Hey guys, my name's Curtis and this is my story. If you were to ask any of my family what is the biggest characteristic about me, they would say that I've always been very driven. From the time that I was young, I knew what I wanted to do with my life and I knew how to get there. Growing up, I had a dream of becoming a fighter pilot for the military. I did not grow up in a church-going family and my family never talked about God or Jesus. Throughout high school, all my plans and goals that I had set for myself ended in failure. I got distracted by sports, or girls, or being popular. I left for college with the mindset of chasing my lifelong dream, but I got derailed. I began to get involved in the party scene and started drinking just about every weekend. By the spring semester, my grades had tanked. I had failed a few classes and I was devastated. I thought that I had just blown my shot at becoming a fighter pilot. As I spent the summers picking myself back up and figuring out how to recover from this setback, I began to see that what I had been doing for the last 18 years was not working. I started to see that the plans that I had made were flawed, empty, and always ended in failure. And I also started to see that during this time I started asking myself questions about my purpose and my identity and who I really was. When I started my second year of college, I had a close friend, Aaron, who I knew was a Christian. I asked him what it meant to be a Christian and that all I knew about Jesus was that he was born on Christmas and he died somewhere around Easter. And besides that, I knew nothing else about Christianity. Aaron explained to me that God loves us and has a plan for everyone, and that we have turned away from Him and failed to recognize God for who He truly is. But God has provided a way for us through Jesus Christ, and that we can know Him and begin a personal relationship with Christ if we surrender control of our life to Him. That was the first time that I'd ever heard that God had a good plan for me, and I was very encouraged and reassured that God wanted a personal relationship with me. I did struggle with what giving up control of my life really meant and what that really actually looked like. For my whole life, I had been in control of my life, and everything that I did and planned always ended in failure. I spent about a month with Aaron learning what it meant to surrender control of my life to Christ and live for Him and not myself. I finally accepted Christ because I had seen that my plans always ended in failure, and it was time for me to give up control over to Christ. From that moment on, my life started to take a different direction. I allowed Christ to change me and mold me into the person that He always wanted me to be. I stopped getting distracted by partying and drinking and began chasing after Christ and getting to know God better, not how much I could drink. I saw God begin to work and He redeemed me and my plan to become a fighter pilot, and He got me back on track. I have run into failures along the way though. But when I do, I know that it's not that I have failed, but it's that God has a different plan for me, a plan that is different, better, and more fulfilling than I could ever imagine. What motivates me nowadays is that not that God gives me everything that I want or desire, but it is that His love that He has for me and that I have seen through His Son Jesus Christ is the ultimate love. I live my life surrendered to God instead of trying to control every aspect of it. How do you live your life? Thanks for taking the time to listen to my story. I am interested in knowing yours. Please use the link at the end of this video to connect with me and share your thoughts. Thank you.